Today, I want to talk about a real classic of the hobby, Napoleon's Campaigns in Miniature by Bruce Quarrie. First published in the late 1970s, this book represents old-school wargaming at its finest. It's not just a rules book, it's a deep dive into how Napoleonic warfare actually worked and how to recreate that on the tabletop. One of the biggest strengths of the book is its historical depth and atmosphere. Quarrie doesn't just explain mechanics, he explains why armies fought the way they did. He covers strategy, logistics, command structure, morale, supply, attrition, weather, sieges, and campaign management. Even today, very few wargaming books combine all of those elements into one volume. Another major plus is how much hobby guidance is packed in here. Figure scales, basing, army organization, painting, and army representation is all included. Today, you probably need multiple books, websites, or YouTube videos to get the same amount of information. The book also includes full campaign and tabletop rules, which was incredibly ambitious for its time. Quarrie tried to model leadership, national characteristics, command friction, and battlefield realism in a serious way. Because the system focuses more on concepts than strict miniature requirements, many of the ideas still adapt well across different scales, from 28mm right down to 6mm. Now, how does it stand up today against modern rule sets? Compared to systems like Black Powder, La Salle, General d'Armée, or Blöcke, Quarrie's work feels much more like a military study combined with a rules system rather than a fast tabletop game. Modern rule sets tend to focus on faster gameplay, streamlined mechanics, accessibility for new players, cleaner layouts, shorter play sessions. Quarrie's system focuses on historical realism, detailed simulation, campaign depth, command, friction, period accuracy. And you can definitely feel that difference when playing it. By modern standards, the rules can feel slower, heavier, and more bookkeeping intensive. There's more chart checking, more detail, and fewer examples than you'd expect from a modern game. For newer players especially, it can feel complicated and less intuitive. But that's also part of what makes the book special. The rules were written during a time when wargamers actively wanted complexity and realism. In the 1970s, detailed simulation was seen as a strength, not a weakness. Modern games are often smoother and more cinematic, but some players feel they sacrifice historical depth for speed and entertainment. Quarrie's book never loses sight of the history behind the battles, and that's why it still earns respect today. As a pure tabletop rules system, most modern gamers would probably choose newer sets because they play faster and more smoothly. But as a complete Napoleonic wargaming guide, Napoleon's Campaigns in Miniature still offers something many modern books lack, a real sense of grand military scope and historical immersion. In many ways, modern rulebooks may play better, but Bruce Quarrie's book still teaches the Napoleonic period better. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what your favorite Napoleonic rule set is.